Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna be going over Smite 2 patch notes. I'm gonna just break down everything as fast as possible. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I'm also gonna be playing a tournament on Saturday on this patch, so that's why I'm gonna be breaking it down even further for you guys. So let's go off with the Smite 2 servers open. Okay, second weekend, Thursday, May 30th, 8 p.m. That's that. Improved general console navigation, nice. Artistically reworked, nice. More of the HUD will be updated to match the style in the future, nice. Added item store. Added options for 3 different versions of the store UI, nice. This is cool. Bunch of fixes. You know, they're gonna be going through this a lot. You can also type crit, intelligence, etc. That's really good for people that don't know. You know, you want to type in intelligence, so it'll show you which items are intelligence. Very nice. A bunch of fixes, fixing, controller damage numbers fixed, accolades fixed. So let's talk about conquest here. Our primary goal for change on the conquest map is to address the pacing. Agreed. Smite 1 has had this problem for many years, so very interested on reading what they're gonna do. Alpha 1 felt like matches ran too long. Okay. Objectives were too hard to secure, and gold leads were less common or impactful in the early to mid game. Agreed. That's the problem in Smite 1 right now. For the next alpha objectives, we're going to become easier to kill. They will move games towards the end more quickly as teams can take them more often and gain bigger advantages over their enemies. Gold sources in the lane and jungle will be increasing to make map control even more valuable. Okay. This is amazing only if true, right? Because this can be true, but on a very low level. So there's also some important fixes and changes to the amount of XP earned from kills. These economic factors are likely to have an impact on the mode in a variety of ways. Okay. Map. Improves camera collisions on the outside bounds of the map. Nice. Previously, camera was blocked by a visible wall, but now should be nice. Fix the fountain deaths, granting XP. Okay, let's change name of blight buff to caustic. Okay. Fire giant reduced the health by 1200 or 1100. That's nice. Slightly reduced pre-fire on fire giant magma slam. So like, you know, fixes. Fix damage fire giant. Okay, was previously doing low damage without factoring its base power into the equation. Okay. Fire giant door. Fix door giving gold. Okay, yeah, the door was killing people and stuff. Reduce base health from the Gold Fury by 550. This base, so you can do it much earlier. Ancient Fury reduce base health 3150 to 27. Fix Ancient Fury tooltip showed us 180 seconds, but in reality 120. So yeah, it was 2 minutes. Melee minion base gold. This is pretty much what I said, but yeah, I didn't know this is what they had. Melee minion base gold increased from 21 to 23. Range minion 15 to 16. 1 2. Minotaur minion 60 to 66. Fix last indicator so showing up on allied minions. Fix and minions not pathing properly through the jungle and back to lane. Jungle camps. Alpha buff camp creature base gold increased from 38 to 57. Okay, jungle getting a big buff in gold. Giant. This was really small. This is big. Towers tier 1 decreased team gold reward from 125 to 100. Decreased team gold reward from 150 to 125. Tower bounties, they shouldn't have done this. This should have stayed at 150. This should have been reduced to 100. Decreased base gold reward from 75 to 50. That's okay. Decreased final bounty from 125 to 100. That's okay. Fixed backdoor protection VFX not showing on towers. Okay, that's nice. New temporary tower dissolves. VFX will play when towers are destroyed. Nice. Fixed tower bounties. Sometimes flying in the walls. Nice. Fixed blue bounty not properly being removed from their tower health bar when opposing team has claimed theirs. Interesting. Yeah, that was it. Okay, that was a problem. I didn't know that. Kill rewards. Reduce the penalty applied to the XP reward for killing lower level gods from 20% to 10%. Nice. Reduce the bonus applied to the XP reward for killing higher level gods from 40 to 25%. Okay, that's fine. I think it should have been 35, maybe 30%. Reduce the duration of the eligibility for NPC kill assists from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Okay. Bug fixes. Fix an issue where assists for god kills were awarding much lower XP and gold than intended. Okay. That might have been a huge problem that we didn't know. Added a level 20 pad for jungle practice. Ignored cooldowns. Pad not applying. Okay. Added a enter practice queue in the custom game browser. Nice. Hades has traditionally struggled between being a burst mage and a bruiser mage, torn between two playstyles and not being particularly effective at either. Hades' ability should lean more frontline, and we are adjusting his kit to reward that playstyle move directly. The most clear example of this is to change his ultimate. Now, when the Hades casts his Pillar of Agony, his first 3 abilities are usable and come with bonus effects. Death from below will reposition the Pillar of Agony. Shroud of Darkness will hit enemies in a much wider cone, or Devour Souls will damage the whole area. This additional flexibility ensures that rather than being vulnerable in his ultimate, he can bring you what you expect to bring. What you expect a frontline to bring: extended pressure, control, or even healing during the team fight. Devour Souls also being an adjustment to remove major pain point for Hades players. Previously, allies had to stand right next to the detonated targets to heal, making it really difficult to actually bring this powerful utility to your team. Agreed. Now Hades fires a healing projectile from himself to allies with a wide area around him. It's strength based on how many blighted targets he hits with Devour Souls, with a reduced cooldown from Smite 1. This is consistent pressure and healing he can bring to extended fights. Cool, really cool changes to Hades all around. Let's look at that right quick.
Yep. Now to showcase the ult stuff, we got your ult. It does the things you expect. It vortexes targets, but you can see all my icons there turned that kind of different color. So if I ult and I won, we restart. Oh baby! There we go. I ult and we 2. You can see the target doesn't quite match. We're working on fixing that, but you can see that it covers. It has that big half circle.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
So you can immediately silence and fear that whole area, or of course you can ult, and because everyone's blinded, you now detonate and you heal your whole team for 240.
Oh,
is this better than letting him dance in his ultimate?
We should still let him do that.
Yeah.
Get in the comments.
Yeah. And it has to cripple.
What's up, Brian?
Right? Like, that's the classic.
I feel like we even just like went into the discussion like, what if Hades could move in his ults, and then we were just like, wait a second.
Honestly, I feel like the best combo is ult silence. What's the number 1 way you get away from Hades ult? A dash. Yeah, I know, but I still think the silence is the best. If you get a 3-man, the silence is the best. So I mean, in general, in general, that's really good for the game. They're looking to expand on the game, so that's really good vision, I would say. So Devour Soul, okay, boom, okay. So basic attacks, range, magical damage, damage scaling, 100% strength, 20% intelligence on the autos. Very interesting. Your attacks and abilities apply blight. Blighted enemies have reduced strength and intelligence and receive additional effects from ability strength, 5%, 5%, 8%. Okay. Death from below. Leap forward, deal magic damage. Slow blighted enemies applies or refreshes blight. Enemies take reduced damage if hit by multiple explosions. Okay. I don't like that, but damage 70 to 270, scaling 60%, slow 20 to 40, 2 seconds. Mana cost increasing, cooldown 14. Okay. Shroud of Darkness, silence enemies in front of you. Fear blighted enemies applies or refreshes blight. Enemies are feared in the direction they are facing. Silence duration 121. 2 seconds. Fear duration same. Cooldown scaling down to 10. Nice. Devour Souls, deal magic damage to enemies around you. Blight enemies explode with hit, dealing additional magic damage to the enemies around you and healing you and your allies around you. 75 to 235, 70% intelligence scaling, damage 10 to 40, damage scaling 50% intelligence. The extra blight, and then heal 20 to 80 based off the int. Oh wait, this doesn't scale, this is just base. Boo. 10 to 8 seconds. Nice. Channel to repeatedly deal magic damage and repeatedly vortex enemies around you while channeling. You may use one of your non-ultimate abilities to reduce the physical micro-protections of blight enemies damage you are CCMU while channeling and gaining increased physical and magical protections. Vortexes slows targets moving away from the vortex source or speeds up targets moving toward it. This vortex increases in intensity as a channel time. Oh wow, that's awesome. Channel time is 4 seconds. Hits 8 times. You are rooted while channeling. Damage per tick 45 to 105. It scales pretty weak, but it makes sense since it's a tick damage. Physical protection reduced by 10 to 30. Magic physical protection reduced 10%. So it's base and that's crazy. Magical protection is 20 to 30, 10%. Debuff duration 4 seconds. Physical protection 60 to 160. Magical, bro. This character is going to be out of control. So Soul's gameplay flow in Smite 1 is quite strong, having a clear identity as a magical carrier with strong AoE capabilities. In Smite 2, we want to ensure Soul can leverage a new split between intelligence and strength to really ramp up her carry potential and give her some bonus AoE when she plays into her caster playstyle. Heat now provides bonus strength in addition to intelligence. They should just do things like this. Look, I agree with what they said here. Now let me put this in your minds before I read any of this. Imagine Solar, her 2, increases AoE the more intelligence you have. So when you hit a specific amount of intelligence, 150 for example, or 140, your 2 now becomes bigger AoE and your ult becomes bigger AoE. I don't know if they're gonna do that or anything, but that's what this says to me. It makes so much sense to do so, because then when you get intelligence, you're scaling on your 2 and on your ult. You're not scaling on autos, so you want your abilities to be stronger in a specific type of way. So something of that nature would be really sick. Heat now provides bonus strength in additional to intelligence, giving her more build flexibility. Additionally, her ultimate provides heat on it, turning this ability into a pseudo stim when Soul needs a quick boost. Radiance has always been Soul's primary heat generator, but we want to give it extra utility when Soul is at max heat. I agreed with this. Its radius now scales up to double its normal size, allowing her to control larger around her. Additionally, this APPAREL has gained an explosive burst when she transforms into her fireball form, giving her enemies a difficult choice when continuing to chase her. That's sick. Basic attacks, 100% strength, 20% intelligence, range magical damage, unstable manifestation, gain heat from hitting enemies with basic attacks or from using abilities to gain increased strength and intelligence and attack speed at max heat, increase your basic attack damage. Ranges from 0 to 100 heat. Heat starts depleting if you have not generated heat within the last 6 seconds. Heat depletes over time at a rate of X per Y. Strength 0.25. Heat, intelligence 0.6 is what you're getting per heat, per 1 heat. Attack speed 0.3 per 1 heat. Basic attack damage 50%. Nice. Radiance creates a pool of flames at your location. Heal yourself over 18% of missing health. Okay, so heal yourself over 18% of your missing health, so you get more value the lower you are, and instantly generate heat. The pool repeatedly deals magical damage simultaneously. The more heat you have at the time the pool is created, the larger it will be. 6. So it's not just 1-1. It just depends on how much heat you have. You know what I mean? It's really smart. Gives a lot of range. Created the larger area. The pool scales from 1x radius at 0 heat to 2.5x radius at 100 heat. Okay, nice. Ability hits 3 times over 3 seconds. So 1 per second. Heals 6 times over 5. What's the healing? 30. Wait, so 6 times 6, 30. Damn, that's a lot early. What the fuck? 6 times 70. Damage per tick 30 to 110. Damage scales on intelligence. Heat generated 30, 40, 70. Scales up. Okay. Nice. She's really interesting now. She's a lot more interesting than she was. She's a super really basic character before. Your next basic attack fires a projectile that explodes, then retracts and generates heat. Both the explosion and the retraction deal damage to enemies and slow them. Projectile stops and explodes on first enemy hit. Projectile stops and explodes on walls or at max range. Cool. Can only trigger ability based on items and effects. Damage 40, 130. That's pretty low base with low scaling. He generated 10 range. Okay, cooldown 10. But the way they're looking at the characters is really good. This APPAREL, well, that's a lot of as a story. Immediately generate heat. I can't believe this APPAREL generates heat. Gain movement speed, slow immunity, and create a trail of flames behind you. The trail persists and repeatedly deals magical damage to enemies in the area. After 3 seconds, the trail dealing. This should rather becoming immune and unable to attack. You can cancel out immune state. This immune state is damage immunity, healing immunity, CC immunity. Untargetable makes you able to pass through allies, okay. And enemies. Impediments, damage per tick, 20, skills 25%, explode magic 75%. 300, what the fuck? Whoa, this is her hardest scaling ability. 300 at 75% hit. Buff duration 3, immunity 3, heat generated 10. Yeah, that's smart. Don't make it generate too much heat. Channel to generate heat Select 8 areas and repeatedly deal magic damage to enemies in those areas. The first time enemies hit, they are displaced. Also decrease damage or CC. I don't understand this though. Why does all subsequent hits deal decreased damage? Should it not be the other way around? It does increase damage per one you hit? Yeah, right. So you get rewarded for hitting them, not punished? I don't understand this. It's like, yeah, let me hit 8 so the last 3 don't do any damage. Even though I just hit 8 ticks of soul on someone. Hopefully they didn't, they're still alive on their keyboard. Because they must have not moved for like 7 seconds. You are CC immune while channeling hits 8 times or 1.26 seconds. Damage 150, 200, 350, it's 50% intelligence. So hits 8 times at 150. It's wild. What's the damage reduction? 30% per hit. Interesting. Scaling 50%. Yeah, I might be playing some soul with the way she's looking. He generated 40. Cooldown 90 seconds, cost 100. Nice. General. Okay, in the first alpha we saw a pretty clear trend towards bruiser tank strategies being overpowered. Gods in Smite 2 get a lot of natural strength, which tanks can use very effectively by dealing a lot of basic damage to their longer lifespans. For Alpha 2, we readjusted the base strength of all gods, reducing it game-wide. Many gods also receive base damage changes to adjust for this, so the most clear effect will be basic attack damage. This should curb the damage output of gods who are foregoing any strength and put more emphasis on specific build choices. Base strength has been nerfed across all gods in differing amounts. Many god abilities with strength scaling have had their base damage adjusted in conjunction with the base strength changes. The following list of buffs and nerfs will list the unique buffs or nerfs applied of the base strength changes. On her nerf, yeah, he's definitely one of the best. Desert Fury decreased projectile range from 16 meters to 12.8. I don't like that. Why you take off range on Desert Fury? That's not a good way to attack that. I don't like this. Bellona nerf. Bruisers were strong, but Bellona fell a step above the rest, even in the category her kid should get destroyed without physical damage gods, but it was doing too well and too often Scourge is being nerfed. Increased cooldown 18 to 14, 19 to 15. It's very small nerf. Anubis buff. Plague Locust. Decreased cooldown from 11 to 9 to 10 to 8. Grasping hands increased damage per tick from 22 to 73, from 20 to 80. So earlier it's weaker and then it rounds out. Level 3 you're getting more value already, and then level 5 you get way more value. Bacchus buff. Belly Flam increased damage equal scaling from 65 strength. Dude, Bacchus is the best character in the game. 85 strength, okay. Cyrano's buff. Oh, because it took away a lot of his strength. Oh, that's why he was hitting so fucking hard. Okay, makes sense. Cyrano's has the potential to take over a match. That's cap. Bramble Blast increased initial damage scaling from 50% strength, 80% intelligence to 55 strength, 80% intelligence. Okay. The Wild Hunt increased slow on polymorph target from 10 to 15%. Okay, that's nice. This change is a highly requested quality of life fix as an early tech limitation prevented his design. We have now updated the pool. Okay. Passive abilities fired off passive now actually cost 0 mana instead of refunding the mana. Nice. Agreed. Because you can't refund 0 mana. Am I right? Loki buff. As one of the premier junglers, dude, get Loki out of here. Vanish increased damage scaling per tick from 17.5 strength to 20% strength. Okay. Nice. The first hit of this ability now cripples targets for 0.75 seconds. I wonder if that's enough time for your stun. They must have timed it properly. Odin buff. Gungr's Might decrease charge time per pulse from 0.93 to 0.7 in match 1. Smite 1. Nice. Zeus buff. Lightning Storm increased damage scaling for take 50% intelligence to 55. Okay. Alpha 2 brings a lot of items to versus stats. The new component base shop is constant item efficiency. It helps keep items running away with too many stats. With base strength going down for many gods in order to mitigate tank DPS, we wanted to counteract that effect to carries. For carries and junglers, to achieve that, you will now get more attack speed and crit strike per gold spent on items with those stats. Agreed. There are some data feedback and gods are a bit underwhelming. To add some more power to build options to those roles, we have adjusted CDR to have better gold efficiency, but only when paired with items. These changes will cause items with adjusted stat on them to have more stats for the same price or become lower in price. Decrease cost per point of attack speed from 70 gold to 60 gold. This is really weird way to go about it, I'm gonna be honest, but I guess that's what they chose. Added a new stat, efficiency int cooldown. Items with int and CDR will decrease cost per point of CDR. Decrease cost per point of CDR from 75 to 55 in these cases. Okay. Cost and economy changes. We also did some tweaking of gold cost and thus the stats as they're connected to the efficiency. We aren't going to be listing the individual changes to every item in these nodes, but the high level summary is in this section. And the items with significant changes or reworks in addition to the economy changes are listed. These changes look to solve multiple problems and improve the item shop as a whole. We wanted to smooth out spending your full gold level 1. We wanted to make tier 2s more powerful and cheaper and make sure they felt meaningful. And we wanted to make better separate tier 3 items. Yeah, I like that. I like all of this. Decreased conquest starting gold from 800 to 750. Boo. Decreased all 350G to 300. Okay, they did this to make up for this. Increases stat efficient of tier 2 items from 1.1x. What the fuck's that even mean? Okay. But why can't they just say they just increase the stats on tier 2s by this? Why 1.x, 1.2x? What the fuck's that even mean? Many tier 2 items have been made cheaper. Nice. Many tier 3 items have had their costs adjusted to better separate items into tiers and create more intentional luxury items. Yeah, I agree. There should be a luxury items. I feel like the luxury items were really weird in Smite 2. We are quite excited to bring 5 new items to Alpha 2 while in the Alpha stage and using temporary R. We can design and implement these items quickly and experiment with them in live setting before evaluating if they should keep long term. Okay, nice. I like new items. New item, Pendulum Blade. The first 2 items are high in damage with skill testing actives. Nice. The effects of both Pendulum Staff and Staff of Murder will be familiar to Smite players, and they also play very well to Smite 2's new active items. Jungler or mid, either damage type will hopefully be in a better spot than the last update with new weapons. Okay. 3,000 gold, 55 strength, 10% CD. Reduce your ability cooldowns by 3, cooldown 180. I love this item. New Staff of Murden. 2950, 80 tons of cooldown. Your next non-ultimate ability used will have no cooldown. Nice. Love this. New item, Sphere of Negation. These new items are brought unique stat. I don't give a shit. 2375. Alright. Not a luxury item. Looks like a spike item. 60% intelligence, 50 magical prot. Okay. Okay, just stats. They're just stat 6. New item, Typhon's Fang. Smite 2 lifesteal is strong. It has fewer restrictions and is more effective than Smite 1, so we wanted to be careful with the sources of the first test. Players wanted more and we wanted to oblige, but there's a catch. The item won't have any strength or int on it. High lifesteal needs to come at its trade-off costs. But we're excited to bring this item bring this item to the shop that is bound to shake up the meta. Don't forget, Ruinous items are available and even have a tier 1 component. 2,700 gold, 40% lifesteal, 150 mana. Okay, that's interesting. I'd say I think it's too I mean, it's a lot of lifesteal, but I don't know. It depends how hard the counters of the items are. We'll see. Breastplate of Valor. Tanks are getting something new and exciting. Let's go. 2,500 gold, 40 fizz prot. 20% CD, 125 mana. When you lose 400 plus 30 level HP, your abilities cooldowns. That's a sick item. Love it. Thumbs up. Blinking Amulet rework increase the cost from 25 to 2650. Increase cooldown rate from 7 to 15. Okay, give it double the cooldown. Increase cost by 100 gold. Decrease range of blink active 8.8 meters to 7.2. Alright, they didn't hit this too bad in terms of range. I think gutting a blink range is bad, but this is not too bad from what I know. This ability cannot be used if you have dealt or taken damage within 3 seconds. Decrease cool. They should just have a glyph. They should just have a glyph option that turns this into combat blink. So it'll negate this, and it'll negate this, and bring it back to this. I think that's the way you go about it. You add glyphs, and then so you scale past 30. That's another thing. When I first initially heard that they were gonna bring out glyphs, I thought for sure this is what we've all been waiting for in terms of scaling past 35 minutes, right? And then they brought out 3 items with a glyph for 600 gold that barely does anything. So like it really let me down. I thought they were gonna bring out a glyph for every single item. So I hope they look at their glyph items and really make it the late game the Smite deserves. Nobody in Smite, no one in Smite loves saying, yeah, bro, I'm going to go buy my 3K pot for 12 fucking years. Nobody. Make scaling different, please. They decrease the cooldown half the time. That's nice. This ability can be used while firing other abilities as long as damage has not been dealt or taken. Yeah. We will be looking into new active types that include movement that do not have the damage dealt. So let's take a restriction. Nice. Well, I just said it for you. All you got to do is make this a glyph. Bloodbound rework. This item now has an active instead of a passive. Nice. We all love that. Well, maybe some of you guys that can't use your fingers. Both of this item and Bloodforged Blade have had their actives adjusted to have longer cooldown by default, but have cooldown that can be reduced by successfully killing enemy gods. You gain an HP shield equal to 10% of your max HP plus 80% intelligence from items for 6 seconds. Killing a god reduces the current cooldown by 50%. Damn, dude, this is fucking awesome. Great changes. Bloodforged Blade rework. Active, you gain... Oh, wait. Okay, nice. You gain HP 10%. Okay, 100% strength from items. Same thing. Nice. Poly buff. Yeah, this needed to be happen. They increased it by 20%. Big time. Kinsblade nerf. Yeah, best item in the game. Enemy gods hit by your basic take 20 plus 10% of their max HP from items as bonus. So HP from items. That's the big thing now. Bagu mirror nerf. Many item changes have interesting motives and unique problem solving challenges, but not this one. Okay, decrease base int and strength from the passive from 10 to 5. Okay, this item's nerfed. Helm of Darkness rework. This item used to provide magical protections, but its powerful active plays with aggressive build, so it wasn't a very good defense option with Sphere of Negation being added. Okay, so 2,900 gold. 90 intelligence, 25 fist prods. Active effect can no longer be used while already firing a channeling ability. This is the Invis one, right? Helm of Radiance nerf, decreased fist prod from stat from 10 to 5. Yeah, that had to happen. General, virtually every other item in the game has had some small stat or cost adjustment based on the economy tier 1. Okay, nice. Yeah, you don't have to tell us all that. General, okay, Kokol can fix an issue where his form of slipstream had the incorrect cooldown. Okay, boom. Okay, that's everything. I hope I broke down everything for you guys, and you guys are kind of got a grasp for what everything that's happening. It's a lot that's happening.